Your leader sent an AI SOS, then deleted it. Should I worry?
False alarm, we're in control. AI's just a tool, like a toaster that solves climate change.
But you're not solving climate change. Why isn't there Earth cooperation?
You mean with other countries? Nah, they're too sketchy. Instead, we've got our own Council of Cooperation. Check it out.
Make up magic over policy panic.
Turning every AI glitch into a trade.
Leading the AI committee like it's my own reality show.
Our policy: delay, deflect, and trust AI to sort it out.
That's your idea of cooperation?
Come on, we've also got guardrails, see? Wait, that was the wrong button.
I'm marking this planet as Do Not Disturb.
Welcome back. In the last video, right up here, we explore what happens if AI goes off the rails and doesn't share our values. But you can relax, because for today's discussion, we're pretending we cracked that code.
AI won't destroy the world. The real problem, we're the ones holding the hammer, and historically, we can't stop hitting ourselves in the face. If AI is a gun, then humans are a bunch of toddlers arguing over who gets to play with it first. So, let's dive into how our total inability to handle power without making it everyone else's problem might be the biggest threat of all. The problem: we suck at handling powerful technology. Historical facepalm number 1. Back in 1983, a Soviet officer named Stanislav Petrov got an alert that the US had launched nukes. Protocol said, retaliate now. He said, that seems suspicious. Let's hold off. He was right, false alarm. So one guy saved the world by ignoring protocol. If he had followed it, we'd be in a post-apocalyptic wasteland right now. Now imagine AI making that call instead. Sleep well. Historical facepalm number 2. In 1932, Australia literally declared war on emus to protect their farmland. And yeah, emus are just birds, until you see them outrun machine guns and turn military strategy into a game of hide-and-seek. They basically said, "Nah, mate, not today." Australian military lost. When a whole country can't handle big birds, it's no wonder we're nervous about big data, especially with powerful tech in the hands of leaders who can't outsmart an emu. Historical facepalm number 3. We discovered fossil fuels and said, great, unlimited energy. Then we didn't use caution, and now the planet's on fire. We do first, regret later, like baking a batch of cookies and forgetting about them until all you have left is a tray of charcoal briquettes. Historical facepalm number 4. The idea was sweet, connect everyone anywhere, anytime. But we forgot to ask, what if some people use it to spread nonsense? Now we have misinformation crises, radicalization, and the question, is that viral tweet even real or AI-generated clickbait? What happens when AI can generate propaganda so convincing that entire countries go to war over fake events? We have a pattern. We jump into powerful tech headfirst, eyes closed, arms flailing. As Yuval Noah Harari points out, humans are fantastic at forgetting their mistakes and repeating them in bold new ways. So, if we apply that same track record to AI, an even more disruptive tool, do we really think we'll handle it responsibly? Why we're bad at agreeing on important decisions. Nations are racing to develop the most advanced AI, not because they're worried about your grandma's healthcare, but because whoever gets the best AI first gets to be boss. This is the new arms race, but instead of bombs, it's lines of code that can outthink entire governments. And remember, these are the same countries that can't agree on fundamental issues, like cutting carbon emissions or sometimes even acknowledging basic facts. We struggled to unify on a global pandemic response. Now we want them to unify on AI governance. Might be easier to herd emus. It only takes one rogue leader, be it a dictator or a billionaire with questionable impulses, to decide, hey, let's push AI to the max. If they do, the rest of us are stuck reacting. One wildcard personality might hold the fate of the world in their hands. And historically, these people have all the subtlety of a toddler with a flamethrower. We love to dream big, just don't ask us to make big decisions together. This isn't about evil robots. It's about humanity's tendency to charge forward with big ambitions, forgetting to check if we're wise enough to handle the consequences. Big tech is running this show. Let's face it, the cutting edge of AI isn't in some top-secret government bunker. It's in private companies. Google, Meta, and OpenAI are sprinting to build bigger, better AI because the winner gets trillions in revenue. Trillions. With a T. When money like that is on the table, the notion of let's slow down and consider the risks often takes a back seat. Imagine telling a Formula One driver fighting for the championship, okay, but let's do a safe, leisurely Sunday cruise around the track. Not gonna happen. A good example is how OpenAI started off championing transparency, caution, and public good. Then Microsoft dropped a casual $10 billion in their lap and poof! Suddenly new language models drop overnight without much explanation. No one's exactly sure what's under the hood, but hey, look at those sweet features. And the paywall. It's fashionable to have an AI ethics committee, but often that's more about good PR than real power. Companies follow their advice if it fits the business plan, and quietly ignore them if it threatens quarterly targets. Google fired an AI ethics researcher after she raised concerns about the potential harm of large language models. Hey, you pointed out a huge problem. Could you do that somewhere else, please? If Socrates were alive today, he'd be escorted out of the building for negativity in the workplace. Next thing you know, the board's uploading AI's voice clone of him instead. Expecting billionaires to slow down AI for the greater good is like expecting oil companies to shut down refineries for the climate. Sure, they talk about it at conferences, but until there's a profit in it, don't hold your breath. As Nietzsche warned, he who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself does not become a monster. Well, if AI is our monster, guess who's in danger of becoming one? What could possibly go wrong? Here are a couple of scenarios. Number 1. A rogue state or cyber criminal group hacking an AI system is like handing the car keys to a teenager who just discovered how to do donuts in a parking lot. Only the parking lot is global finance or the power grid. If North Korea, or any determined bad actor, seizes an advanced AI that can churn out super convincing propaganda, orchestrate massive cyber attacks, or manipulate autonomous weapons, great. Now we've basically given a Bond villain an all-access pass to global infrastructure. Except this one isn't wearing a tux, it's just a self-learning algorithm with commitment issues. Number 2. AI doesn't need to wage a Terminator war to cripple civilization. A glitchy trading algorithm can collapse financial markets in seconds. A flawed logistics AI could grind supply chains to a halt. The 2010 flash crash saw a finance AI do some rapid-fire trades that plunged the stock market. It recovered, but it was a wake-up call. Now imagine that times 1,000 with an AI that's more advanced but maybe just as prone to weird errors. Yuval Noah Harari warns that even one small miscalculation with powerful tech can spiral into global catastrophe. Imagine if a single line of malicious code or a single yes from the wrong official unleashed a chaos no one can contain. Balancing ambition with wisdom and caution. Let's be clear, we can't just say no AI thanks and go live under a rock. AI has massive potential for good. Medical breakthroughs. AI can help analyze complex genomes, personalize treatments, and maybe find the next cure for cancer. Climate modeling. With enough computing power, AI could help predict and mitigate climate disasters, saving millions of lives. Resource distribution. Imagine if we could precisely allocate food, water, and vaccines where they're needed most, all in real time. That's not just utopian dreaming, it's possible with advanced AI. Pushing boundaries is in human DNA. We innovate because we want to solve problems, make money, or just satisfy curiosity, but we need to push the boundaries of wisdom just as aggressively. That means genuinely empowering ethics committees, establishing real oversight, and forging global agreements, no matter how mission impossible that sounds. After everything we've learned, it's clear. AI itself isn't the biggest threat. It's us. The person behind the keyboard, or the corporation behind the veil, or the government with its secret black budget. AI is like a mirror, showing us our capacity for brilliance and stupidity, for empathy and greed. We stand at a crossroads. One path leads to AI as a tool to cure diseases, tackle climate change, and uplift humanity. The other path is the well-worn road of repeating our past mistakes, but this time with a machine intelligence that amplifies every misstep. So, let's ask ourselves, are we finally ready to break the cycle, or will we watch history repeat itself, only faster and more dramatically because we assumed everything would be fine? We can't say we didn't see the warning signs this time. This might be humanity's biggest test yet. Let's see if we build the parachute before jumping out of the plane. Despite all these cautionary tales, let's remember, humans are also incredibly resourceful and capable of collaboration, especially when our survival is on the line. We've cooperated on international space missions, eradicated diseases, and created global treaties that mostly keep nuclear weapons in check. Rising awareness. More people, politicians, CEOs, everyday citizens, are waking up to AI's challenges. That's step one. New frameworks. Proposals for AI governance, ethical audits, and international agreements are starting to emerge, even if they're messy. Inclusion of diverse voices. From ethicists to historians, from teachers to sci-fi authors, we need a broad coalition to shape how AI develops. Because the more perspectives we have, the less likely we are to fall into an echo chamber. It won't be easy, and it won't be quick. But if we take the time to learn from our mistakes, foster global cooperation, and actually listen to the alarms going off, maybe, just maybe, we'll turn AI into the greatest force for good this planet has ever seen. And that's a future worth chasing.
Thanks for watching. If you're still here, I hope this video made you think, maybe laugh, maybe panic a little. Just to be clear, I'm not against technology, nor do I think that we need to see the future solely in terms of doom or hope. Instead, I want us to uncover the messy, hilarious truths about innovation and humanity by exploring topics sometimes we don't want to talk about. If you found this video interesting, please subscribe, comment, share with a friend, maybe even your boss if they're looking into building their own CEO survival pod. And don't forget, this is just the beginning. There's so much to explore. See you in the next one.